What if I told you that in 2026, a set of new laws in California could quietly take thousands of dollars from your pocket, while also putting your health at risk? Sounds unbelievable, right? But recent reports suggest that rising living costs, policy changes, and new regulations are already pushing millions of people toward financial stress, poor lifestyle choices. Think about this for a second. What if your daily commute, your grocery bill, even your medical expenses are being shaped by laws you barely understand? Studies have shown that when people face constant financial pressure, it doesn't just affect their wallet. In today's video, we're breaking down 10 powerful reasons why California's 2026 laws are hitting closer to home than ever before. Some of these might shock you, and one of them could already be affecting your life right now. Stay with us, because what you're about to hear could change how. Number 1. Rising housing costs, mental stress. In 2026, one of the biggest changes people are feeling in California isn't just in the headlines, it's in their monthly rent and mortgage payments. New housing regulations, combined with limited supply and increasing demand, are quietly pushing living costs higher than ever before. For many families, this doesn't just mean spending more, it means making tough choices like downsizing, relocating, or even taking on extra work just to keep up. But here's where it gets serious. Research shows that when housing takes up a large portion of your income, it creates constant financial pressure, which directly affects your mental health. People dealing with rising housing costs often experience chronic stress, anxiety, and sleep problems. Imagine going to bed every night worrying about the next rent increase, or whether you'll still be able to afford your home 6 months from now. Over time, this stress doesn't just stay in your mind, it impacts your body, increasing risks of high blood pressure and fatigue. And it doesn't stop there. When people spend more on housing, they often cut back on essentials like healthy food, healthcare, and personal well-being. This creates a dangerous cycle where financial strain leads to poor lifestyle choices, which then leads to declining health. So what can you do? Start by reviewing your budget carefully, look for ways to reduce unnecessary expenses, and consider options like shared living or relocating to more affordable areas if possible. Staying proactive now can help you avoid bigger problems later. What's your situation right now? Are rising housing costs already affecting your life? Share your experience in the comments. We read every single one. We put a lot of effort into bringing you real, impactful content, so don't forget to subscribe. It's just one click, but it means everything to us. Number 2. Healthcare policy changes, hidden expenses. Another major shift in 2026 that many people are underestimating is the impact of changing healthcare policies. On the surface, these updates might sound like improvements, expanded coverage, updated plans, or new regulations, but for many individuals, they come with hidden costs that slowly add up over time. Higher premiums, increased deductibles, and unexpected out-of-pocket expenses are becoming more common, leaving people financially stretched even when they think they're covered. Now here's the deeper issue. Studies have consistently shown that when healthcare becomes more expensive, people tend to delay or avoid medical treatment. That small checkup you postponed, that prescription you decided not to refill, over time, these decisions can turn into serious health problems. Conditions that could have been easily managed early on may develop into chronic illnesses, requiring more expensive and intensive treatment later. This creates a dangerous cycle. Financial pressure leads to healthcare avoidance, which then leads to worse health, and eventually even higher medical costs. It's not just about money, it's about how these policies quietly influence your daily decisions and long-term well-being. Even mental health is affected, as the fear of unexpected medical bills can cause constant anxiety and stress. So what can you do to protect yourself? Start by carefully reviewing your insurance plan, understanding what's actually covered, and planning ahead for potential expenses. Prioritize preventive care, even if it feels like an extra cost now, because in the long run, it can save both your money and your health. Number 3. Gas transportation laws impact daily life. In 2026, transportation laws in California are quietly reshaping how people move, work, and even live their daily lives. With stricter vehicle regulations, rising fuel standards, and increasing gas prices, the simple act of commuting is becoming more expensive and more exhausting than ever before. What used to be a routine drive to work is now turning into a daily burden on both your wallet and your energy levels. Think about the average commuter, spending hours stuck in traffic, paying more for fuel, and dealing with stricter vehicle compliance rules. It may not seem like a big deal at first, but over time, these changes start to take a serious toll. Research shows that long and stressful commutes are directly linked to fatigue, reduced productivity, and even mental burnout. Sitting in traffic for hours doesn't just waste time. It increases stress hormones in your body, which can lead to irritability, poor focus, and long-term health issues. And here's the hidden impact. When transportation costs go up, people often cut back in other areas of life. That might mean skipping healthier food options, delaying important expenses, or sacrificing time with family just to keep up financially. It becomes a chain reaction where one policy change slowly affects multiple parts of your life. So how can you adapt? Start exploring smarter alternatives, carpooling, public transportation, or remote work options if available. Even small changes in your daily routine can reduce both financial strain and mental stress. Because in the end, it's not just about getting from point A to point B, it's about protecting your time, your money, and your health. Number 4. Food regulations, rising grocery prices. In 2026, food regulations in California are changing the way products are produced, packaged, and sold. And while many of these laws are designed to improve quality and safety, they are also driving grocery prices higher than ever before. From stricter farming standards to eco-friendly packaging requirements, the cost of bringing food to your table is increasing, and it's something every household is starting to feel. Now here's where it gets concerning. When grocery bills go up, most people don't just spend more, they start making compromises. Studies show that when budgets get tight, families often shift toward cheaper, processed foods, which are typically lower in nutrients and higher in sugar, salt, and unhealthy fats. Over time, this can lead to serious health issues like weight gain, heart disease, and low energy levels. Imagine standing in a grocery store, comparing prices, and choosing between what's healthy and what's affordable. This is the reality many people are facing. And the long-term impact isn't just physical, it's emotional too. Constantly worrying about food expenses can create stress and frustration, especially for families trying to balance nutrition with a limited budget. But there are ways to stay ahead. Planning meals in advance, buying in bulk, and focusing on simple, whole ingredients can help reduce costs without sacrificing your health. Even small changes, like cooking more at home or avoiding impulse purchases, can make a big difference over time. Because at the end of the day, food isn't just fuel, it's the foundation of your health and well-being. And the choices you make today can shape your future in ways you might not expect. Number 5. Workplace law changes burnout. In 2026, workplace laws in California are evolving rapidly, especially around employee rights, gig work, and working hours. While many of these changes are meant to protect workers, they are also creating unexpected pressure in day-to-day life. Companies are adjusting to new rules, cutting costs, and restructuring roles, and often, this leads to employees taking on more responsibilities with less stability. For many people, this means longer hours, unpredictable schedules, or even juggling multiple jobs just to maintain the same level of income. And here's where it becomes a serious issue. Research shows that excessive workload and job insecurity are directly linked to chronic stress, emotional exhaustion, and burnout. You might not notice it immediately, but over time, constant pressure can drain your energy, affect your sleep, and reduce your overall quality of life. Imagine waking up every day feeling tired before your day even begins, checking emails late at night, or feeling like no matter how much you work, it's never enough. This is the reality for many workers dealing with these changes. And burnout doesn't just stay at work, it spills into your personal life, affecting your relationships, mental clarity, and even physical health. There's also a hidden impact. When people feel overworked, they often neglect important habits like exercise, proper meals, and relaxation. This creates a cycle where stress leads to unhealthy choices, and those choices make the stress even worse. So what can you do? Start by setting clear boundaries between work and personal time, prioritize rest, and don't ignore early signs of burnout. Even small steps, like taking short breaks or managing your workload better, can protect your long-term health. Number 6. Environmental laws, health trade-offs. In 2026, California is pushing forward with stronger environmental laws aimed at reducing pollution, protecting natural resources, and creating a cleaner future. On paper, this sounds like a clear win, and in many ways it is. Cleaner air, reduced emissions, and greener energy sources are all linked to better lung health, improved quality of life, and longer life expectancy. But there's another side to this story that many people are starting to feel in their daily lives. These environmental changes often come with higher living costs. From increased utility bills to more expensive energy systems and eco-friendly upgrades, households are being asked to pay more upfront. For many families already struggling with expenses, this creates a difficult situation, choosing between supporting a cleaner environment and managing their monthly budget. Now here's the hidden impact. Financial strain caused by rising costs can lead to stress, anxiety, and mental fatigue. Even though the long-term benefits of cleaner environments are real, the short-term pressure can affect daily well-being. For example, higher electricity costs might lead people to limit usage, affecting comfort at home, especially during extreme weather conditions. Over time, this constant balancing act can wear people down both mentally and physically. But it's not all negative. Small changes can help you adapt without feeling overwhelmed. Using energy-efficient appliances, reducing unnecessary consumption, and being mindful of daily habits can lower costs while still supporting environmental goals. It's about finding a balance, protecting both the planet and your personal well-being. Because in the end, a healthier environment should also mean a healthier you, not added stress that quietly impacts your life. Number 7. Tax increases financial anxiety. In 2026, tax changes in California are becoming a major concern for many households, especially those in the middle-income group. While these policies are often introduced to support public services and infrastructure, the immediate effect for many people is simple: they're taking home less money at the end of the month. Whether it's higher state taxes, new local levies, or indirect increases through goods and services, the financial pressure is becoming harder to ignore. Now here's where things start to go deeper. Research shows that when people feel financially squeezed, it triggers a constant state of worry and uncertainty. You might find yourself double-checking every expense, cutting back on essentials, or even avoiding plans that once brought you joy. Over time, this kind of financial pressure doesn't just affect your bank account, it affects your mental health, leading to anxiety, mood swings, and even sleep disturbances. Imagine working hard every month, only to feel like you're moving backwards instead of forward. That sense of frustration can build up quickly. And when stress levels rise, your body reacts, releasing stress hormones that can contribute to high blood pressure, fatigue, and reduced focus. It becomes a cycle where financial pressure leads to stress, and stress makes it even harder to manage your finances effectively. There's also a hidden impact on lifestyle choices. People dealing with higher taxes often delay important decisions like healthcare visits, investments, or even basic self-care. These small delays can turn into bigger problems over time. So what can you do? Start by understanding your tax obligations clearly, look for legal ways to optimize your finances, and consider building additional income streams. Even small adjustments can help you regain a sense of control and stability. Number 8. Digital privacy laws mental load. In 2026, digital privacy laws in California are becoming stricter than ever, aiming to give people more control over their personal data. On the surface, this sounds like a positive change, and in many ways it is. These laws are designed to protect your information from misuse, giving you more power over what companies can and cannot do with your data. But there's a side effect that many people are starting to feel: an increasing mental load in their daily digital lives. Think about how often you're asked to accept cookies, review privacy settings, or manage app permissions. It might seem like a small task each time, but over days, weeks, and months, it adds up. Research shows that constant decision-making, even in small amounts, can lead to decision fatigue, reducing your ability to focus and increasing stress levels. You may not even realize it, but these repeated digital interruptions are slowly draining your mental energy. Now imagine trying to stay on top of dozens of apps, accounts, and platforms, each with its own rules and settings. For many people, this creates a sense of overwhelm and confusion. The fear of data misuse or identity theft can also add an extra layer of anxiety, making it harder to feel relaxed even when you're offline. And here's the hidden impact. When your mind is constantly occupied with small, repetitive decisions, it becomes harder to focus on important tasks, reducing productivity and increasing frustration. So what can you do? Simplify your digital life. Limit unnecessary apps, use default privacy settings where possible, and take time to organize your accounts. Reducing digital clutter can significantly improve your mental clarity and peace of mind. Do you feel overwhelmed by all these digital privacy choices? Share your experience in the comments. We'd love to know how you deal with it. We put a lot of effort into creating these videos, so don't forget to subscribe. It's just one click, but it helps us keep going. Number 9. Public safety laws, lifestyle restrictions. In 2026, public safety laws in California are becoming stricter, with the goal of creating safer communities and reducing crime. While these changes are intended to protect people, they are also quietly reshaping everyday life in ways many didn't expect. Increased surveillance, stricter enforcement, and new rules around public behavior are making people more aware, and sometimes more cautious, about how they move through their daily routines. At first glance, this might seem like a positive step. Safer streets and stronger law enforcement can bring a sense of security. But here's where things get complicated. Studies show that when people feel constantly monitored or restricted, it can lead to heightened stress levels and reduced sense of freedom. Even small changes, like avoiding certain areas, adjusting travel times, or feeling uneasy in public spaces, can slowly impact your mental well-being. Imagine planning your day not just around convenience, but around what feels safe or allowed. Over time, this creates a subtle but powerful shift in lifestyle. People may go out less, socialize less, or avoid activities they once enjoyed. This reduction in social interaction can lead to feelings of isolation, anxiety, and even low mood. There's also a ripple effect. When routines change due to safety concerns, it can affect productivity, relationships, and overall quality of life. The balance between safety and personal freedom becomes harder to maintain, especially when rules continue to evolve. So what can you do? Stay informed about local regulations, plan your activities smartly, and focus on building a sense of community awareness and support. Feeling connected to your surroundings can help reduce fear and bring back a sense of control. Number 10. Insurance liability changes. In 2026, insurance and liability laws in California are undergoing significant changes, and for many people, the effects are already being felt. From higher premiums to stricter coverage rules, insurance is becoming more complex and more expensive. Whether it's health insurance, car insurance, or home coverage, many households are now paying more just to stay protected, and in some cases, getting less coverage than before. At first, it might seem like just another bill increasing. But the real impact goes much deeper. When insurance becomes expensive or harder to access, people often start taking risks, like skipping coverage, choosing minimal plans, or delaying claims. Studies show that this kind of behavior can lead to serious financial setbacks, especially during emergencies. One unexpected accident or medical issue can quickly turn into a major financial burden. But it's not just about money. The constant worry of, what if something goes wrong, creates ongoing mental stress and uncertainty. Living without proper coverage, or not fully understanding your policy, can make you feel vulnerable. Over time, this stress can affect your sleep, focus, and overall sense of security. There's also a hidden effect on decision-making. People may avoid necessary medical care, delay repairs, or hesitate to invest in their future, all because they're unsure about their coverage. This hesitation can lead to bigger problems down the line. So what can you do? Take time to review your insurance policies carefully, understand what's included, and don't hesitate to ask questions. Comparing plans and staying informed can help you make smarter decisions and protect both your financial stability and peace of mind. As we've seen, the changes coming in 2026 are not just about laws on paper, they are about how those laws quietly shape your daily life, your finances, and your health. From rising housing costs to healthcare expenses, from transportation challenges to insurance pressures, each of these factors may seem small on its own, but together they create a powerful impact that most people don't notice until it's too late. The reality is simple. When your wallet is under pressure, your health often follows. Financial stress can lead to poor decisions, delayed care, and unhealthy habits, which slowly build into bigger problems over time. And what makes it even more concerning is how invisible these changes can feel. You don't always see the impact immediately, but you feel it in your stress levels, your energy, and your overall quality of life. But here's the good news: you're not powerless. Awareness is your biggest advantage. By understanding how these laws affect you, you can take smarter steps, whether it's managing your budget better, making healthier lifestyle choices, or staying informed about policy changes that impact your future. Even small, proactive decisions today can protect both your financial stability and long-term well-being. So now the question is, how will you respond? Will you ignore these changes, or will you take control before they take control of you? And remember, this video is for informational purposes only. While these insights are based on trends and research, always consult a qualified professional for financial or medical advice when needed.